Hey, Facebook. It's Naimah. It's 10 o'clock. Welcome to April 18th, Tea and Hikmah. So today, it's about 10:01. We're going to wait maybe a few minutes to see if people come in on the live cast. And hopefully you can see me, because I have to use my little phone here. But if you can't see me, wave your hand when you come in and let me know if you can see me or not. I have my guest here, Jamila. Say bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonsoir, everybody.
Bonsoir. I was talking to somebody in French today. They were like, that sounds good. She had no clue what I was saying. I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, yeah, like I said, we're going to give them 1 to 2 minutes. I have my tea, Mwenda. See that? This is, of course, like I said before, a gift from my mother. Are y'all tired? Are y'all tired today? I'm a little tired. Are you tired, Jamila?
It's a little tired.
A little tired, but we're going to get some rest.
And sleepy.
And sleeping, but we're going to get some rest.
Are you going to your bed early today?
Have to work. Work.
For how long?
Oh, not that long, hopefully.
Yes, you need to have rest, yes.
Yeah, it's hot. I'm about to turn that fan on.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm burning up. I'm sweating. Okay, it's 10:03. Oh, look what this is doing. Okay, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get this tea and hikmah started. Today, we'll be talking about two very, very specific things. First thing I want to talk to you about today is the Sealed Nectar fashion show. Do you know what the Sealed Nectar fashion show is? This is the 32nd annual fashion show. It is the annual fundraiser for the Atlanta Masjid of Al-Islam, and it originally started in the 80s with Amira Wazir. After 25 years, she retired, and we have moved the show on, and we changed the name from Celebration to the Sealed Nectar fashion show. So we've been, myself and my team, have been doing this for maybe 6 or 7 years, and we are so excited this year. Our theme this year is Project Modest Runway. So basically what we're doing is, if anyone saw Project Runway, what was that, episode 16? Was it 16? Yeah, something like that, 16, whatever. Anyway, everyone should have seen Ayana Ive, who was able to advance all the way to the final. She was, of course, the second runner-up, or the second person, not runner-up, but she was, she didn't win, but she was the first runner-up. Yeah, that's what it's called, first runner-up. Okay, and, but anyway, she did a great job, not only with her fashions, but she made a living statement about modesty. Muslim women everywhere. She made us so proud. And what it means to be a Muslim woman. So I was like, oh man, I was getting so excited when I was seeing those episodes. So I was like, oh, we should do Project Modest Runway. Okay, so that's where this comes from, Project Modest Runway. So this year we have 6 designers. They will be showcasing 10 different designs, meaning these 10 areas are kind of like areas that Muslim women and modest women, they kind of deal with on a regular basis. So, like going to work, sporty wear, you have to go to a gala, you have to go to a religious holiday event, you have to go on a date with your husband, you have to go on a date with your girls, different things like that. Some when you get pregnant. So we have 10 different looks that we'll be sharing with you this time. And hopefully you will walk away from the show with an outfit that you're like, man, I've been looking for that outfit to go to work in. And I'm going to buy that from designer such and such, whatever, So all of those good things. So when you go to the fashion show this year, you're going to be looking inside of the program booklet to see the order that the designer has put those clothes in, so that you'll know which design or which category that specific design is in. So the show is this year, May 4th through the 6th, 2018. It will be at the Atlanta Masjid of Al-Islam. We are using our facilities, our place, and hopefully raising and keeping our own money, as well as raising money for the masjid. If you are not able to attend the fashion show, you are more than willing to make a donation by going to www.atlantamaster.com and pressing the donate button. We love donations, and of course we need your donations to help sustain the masjid as well as all of the activities that go on for the believers there that attend. And also, if you'd like to be a volunteer, excuse me, in the various aspects of the masjid, you're more than willing to call the Atlanta Masjid at 404-378-1600, speak with the secretary, and see what volunteer opportunities they have for the community members, and especially because we have Ramadan and Eid coming up, I'm sure that they need some assistance with those things. So we want to let you also know that we have a teen designer this year. She'll be doing a teen fashion show on Friday for young. Well, it's kind of teen, but you know how we do. We have to start off early in order to be able to grow up and become a preteen, and then of course become a teenager, and then become a young adult, and then become a full-grown adult, and then you just keep getting full-grown. Okay, but anyway, so the teen or youthful designer Aziza, she is 9 years old. You can see her profile on our website, which is www.sealednectar.com. And sealednectarfashionshow.com. Oh, this is what happens when you get a little sleepy. But go to that website and check out all of the good stuff on there. We have sponsors who help sponsor us with the VIP bags every year. We have some great things coming along this year. We have the schedule that's going to be happening on Friday. We are arranging for people to be able to eat at Umat's from 5 to 7 before the show, the teen modest project, the teen fashion show on Friday. And the first 25 people will be able to get $3 off of their meal. That is a sponsorship. Someone has sponsored that. And then on Saturday, we have starting off the day with exercise. Of course, you always got to get your body moving. We have triple threat coach Najwa, who will be starting us off with some cardio groove, a good 45 minutes of getting that cardio going, getting that body pumping. And even after 45 minutes of cardio groove, your body will still be burning fat. Oh, how exciting. I'm so excited. And of course, she'll be coming with that great music and great dance moves. So be ready, be ready. And you can kind of take your time and enjoy that session. And then we have, followed by that, yoga, which is of course the nice little cool down with Shukuru, who will be offering the first 20 people free yoga mats, as well as smoothies. So you'll be having smoothies that you can drink and partake in until they are all gone. So first come, first serve. With your fashion show ticket, you're able to attend all of those exercise activities. And we encourage all of you women of all ages to come out. And of all, really, even in beginner level, you're able to come out. So they're starting these things even on the beginner level. So that's Saturday morning. Then we'll be taking a big break and waiting for the 3 o'clock hour so that we can have the 32nd annual Sealed Nectar Fashion Show. And the fashion show will be coming down the pipe. Be so excited. Our designers this year are Shukuru. We have Queen's Creation. We have Beautiful Jamila. We have Asma Khamsin. And then we also have Wafia, who is Ansari Designs. Of course, we have Aziza. Is that everybody? I hope that's everybody. Oh, man. Hope I'm not forgetting anybody. And then we have Siri this year. So excited to have her with us this year. And all of their bios, their pictures, and the links to their websites and or their Facebook or their Instagram are also on our Sealed Nectar Fashion Show .com page. So be sure to share that with other people. Coming up this week on Friday, we should be having a giveaway. And so we're encouraging everybody to get your friends together, and we're doing a group giveaway rate of $30 per person, but you must purchase 5 tickets at one time. So this Friday, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. only, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. only, we'll be giving away tickets, in group tickets, 5 or more, to all of those ladies who would like to participate. And of course, if you are on our newsletter list, you'll be receiving that email as well. And let me tell you, the show is halfway sold out already. So once we sell out of the tickets, we're not going to expand any more tickets. So make sure you get your ticket ASAP. Even if you go on there tonight and get your ticket, I'm encouraging you to do so. And it's really encourage your friends from out of town. If they are trying to travel, we want to make sure that they get their tickets early so that when they get here, they don't have to worry about trying to purchase a ticket at the door and there are no more tickets available. Okay? And finally, we'll be having on Sunday, we'll be having a brunch, which is free to all fashion show participants. So in order to attend the brunch, you must RSVP. So for people that are purchasing their tickets now, there's a checkbox on that form that you can check to say, yes, I want my brunch ticket. And so for those who are not able to attend, it's okay, because we only have 150 seats for that on Sunday. And then for those who purchased their tickets prior to that being on the form, there's still another link that has been coming out over the last couple of weeks that you need to click on, and it is free to get your brunch ticket. We just need to acknowledge that you are coming and will be attending. So we will be having 4 workshops on Sunday. Starting them off is What is Modesty? Talking about Haya. So we are... what is modesty really? The overarching topic for Sunday is what is modesty beyond the dress, like beyond all of these clothes and stuff like that. There's levels of modesty that, of course, we know that it starts with clothing, but then, well, not starts with clothing, but it is an aspect of clothing because we're able to see that. But then there's aspects of modesty that often people don't see, and that's haya. Haya with yourself, haya with Allah, haya with the angels, and haya with other people. And what does that really look like? Even amongst your own family, like, just because you're at home, does that mean that you should wear a tank top and shorts in front of your children if they're boys? You know, different things like that. You know, can you just wear whatever, whenever, however, because you're not out in the public? And, you know, always thinking about making sure that we're modest at all times. And then even modesty in your mind. Like, there's certain aspects of that that are very very important. So first topic, of course, is what is modesty. I finally have somebody. Thank you so much for joining. The second topic is what is modesty at work and at school. The third topic is what is modesty in social media. And then the fourth topic will be what is modesty in relationships, meaning not just relationships with your friends. Hey, Zarina girl. I know, ring down. I know, right? So, you know, what is modesty in relationships? Meaning not your friends, your spouses, your children, you know, your neighbors. What is modesty in relationships? Because there are aspects of modesty that we sometimes have kind of fallen away from because of society and how people, hey, assalamu alaikum, girl. And because of society and how people think that it's okay just to do whatever, say whatever, because they're living the YOLO. You only live once. Yeah, well, guess what? When you only live once, you only have one time to jack up. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're not jacking up on a regular basis and that we're doing as many positive things as possible and that we are pushing our lives along for the better and not for the worse. Okay, so that's that. So again, that was an overview of the Sealed Nectar Fashion Show coming up May 4th, 5th, and 6th. We will also have Vital Health Life Chiropractor there. Vital Health Life Chiropractic Care. They will be there giving free assessments. You have got to get your back looked at. Like, if you are a person that is on your phone or on the computer on a regular basis, you have this neck that looks like this, you know? And so what happens is your spine starts to kind of get messed up, and you have subflections, and we are, as a people, just in general, are dealing with subflections, and you really, really need to get that looked at. And also, when your spine or your everything is not connected properly, this has a lot to do with like your sleep habits. It has a lot to do with your mood. It has a lot to do with how you even process your information, because if your brain stem is not open and fresh and not all cramped up, then you have a tendency not to think properly. So you know how we always say, man, they are crazy. That's real, because their spine might be messed up. So get your spine checked out for free at the weekend of the fashion show. So I'm so excited. I love Dr. Winters. Oh, Brianna, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sleepy, but hopefully, they're going to be there. She's going to send some people from the office from there, and they'll be able to check out your spine and how that's coming along. And I've been going to them for like 2 months, and it's really, really, really helped my whole life become better. I'm so excited about that. Okay, so... And then we have some vendors this year, a plethora of vendors. So make sure that you come out for them and that you are saving your money so that the weekend of the fashion show, you can purchase some stuff. Who wants to come to the fashion show and walk away with nothing? No. Make sure you purchase some stuff. Make sure you get money from your family. It's Mother's Day. The next week, ask them for gifts early. Hey, can I get a gift from the fashion show? Because I saw this outfit the lady Khadijah wear. I want to wear it to work and look good. Or I want to get that outfit because it's girls' night out. I want to go out with my girls. Or you want to get that outfit because, hey, you want to start working out. And it is some modest, fresh, fly-looking Muslim stuff that you saw at the fashion show. You want to purchase it. So make sure you bring some money. And then, of course, you want to get some glasses or some, sunglasses and all that stuff. Oh, man. Once I can't see. Whew, over 40, it starts getting serious. But anyway. It's only because I'm like reading all this stuff. Okay, so let's jump in really quick. That's about 20 minutes. So just talk. Okay, now going into what we were going to talk about today, since I spent so much time talking about the fashion show, so excited about it. We're talking today about travel. Oh my gosh, who loves to travel? Who loves to travel? Does everybody love to travel? No, some people don't like to travel because they've never done it before. And then, of course, some people have anxiety about traveling because traveling, I'm going to give you about 5 tips about traveling. Hey, Zarina, if you are participating, can you write down these 5 tips about traveling? Why people should travel? Okay, here we go. Let's try to push this over here this way. Okay, let's talk about the first reason why travel is important. Number 1. It will help you get out of your comfort zone. Help you get out of your comfort zone. It is so amazing if you're able to, as a human being, just get out of that comfort zone. So what happens is we become way too comfortable in our lives, and we expect everything to kind of assimilate to how we think and how we feel, and everything has to be so right according to our rules and expectations. And let me tell you, that is not how life is. Have you ever made a prayer to God, and then when you finally get that prayer, it's nothing like what you prayed for? Thank you, Aisha. I love it. Thank you so much. And so you're asking yourself, man, I don't know if this is what I prayed for. Yeah, it probably is. It just doesn't look the way you thought it was going to look. So getting out of your comfort zone is so important. And travel helps you do that. Whether you travel independently, whether you travel with a group, or whether you travel even with strangers. Have you ever traveled with strangers before? I have, and it's called Hajj. That year I went on Hajj in 2007. I did not know one. Well, I knew Shahida and Suleiman, but and Brother Yusuf, may Allah be pleased with him and give him highest rank in paradise. But I only knew those 3 people, and of course those were the Hajj guides. But everyone else, we had over 100 people that year. I didn't know anybody, and I had kind of really, really stretched myself. Had gone through a lot of different things in life, and I learned so much about myself on Hajj. I spent a lot of time with 5 particular people the entire time I was there. And when I tell you, all 5 of those people had a specific aspect of me as an individual that I learned about myself. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like that person. That person has that quality in me. And then, there was, certain things you were like, oh, that's great. And then suddenly you was like, oh my goodness, I need to work on that. But traveling, getting out of your comfort zone, expanding yourself. And what happens is, you begin to expand your mind, and it's just so invigorating when you travel. Another great thing about traveling is number 2, it puts life in perspective. I mean, I'm talking about perspective. We here in America, you wake up in the morning and guess what? You have water. You have lights. You have heat or cool air. You have a place to stay. Some people live in beautiful homes and they have couches and TVs and refrigerators. And that's just not the norm in everywhere we go. And so, I traveled to Senegal a couple of years ago. And when we went, I like to say we started off literally in a 5-star hotel. And we were there for 9 days. And as we continued to travel to various cities and go through the course of the 9 days, woo, I just was so grateful, because I was just like, you know what? I can go back home after all of this. But some people can't. Like, that is their life. But let me tell you, I learned so much about conserving water. So like, we had a time when, you couldn't use water after the mid-afternoon until the next morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. So we had to take buckets and, fill them up. And you talk about learning how to take a bath efficiently. That's a lot. So, hey, Rahima girl, I see you. It puts your whole life in perspective, traveling. So number 1, we're going to go back through it again. Assalamu alaikum. Number 1, we're going to say that travel takes you out of your comfort zone. Excellent thing to do. Number 2, it puts your whole life in perspective. You see things that, man, learning how to be patient when you travel, it's so, relaxing. It's just, I love it. I like to learn how to be patient when I travel, because it's just like, at the end of the day, what you're experiencing is something that's going to change you forever anyway. And number 3, hopefully when you travel, you are making friends from across the globe. Don't be so shy that you're like, oh, I'm going to travel, but I'm not going to meet anyone new. Try to meet somebody new. A couple of years, also, when we I went to Morocco a couple of years ago, and I've been traveling to Morocco every year and taking groups of people. But when I went the very first time, I met Aida, and she's actually German, and she and I exchanged information, and we're Facebook friends. And she travels so much, and we kind of share our experiences over Facebook. And hey, girl, but just meet people. And meeting people from across the globe will also give you so much perspective, the friendships and how you connect with people and how you see your life in its total perspective is just really, really enriching. And I really encourage everybody to do that. Another thing about travel, I think that's 3. So number 1, takes you out of your comfort zone. Number 2, it gives you perspective. Number 3, you can meet great friends from across the globe. And number 4, you can discover the world's incredible cultural diversity. When I tell you that God has really created beautiful, beautiful people in the world, He has created beautiful people. And sometimes if you just only live on Candler Road, you might not know that there are beautiful people outside of Decatur. So traveling even from Decatur to Lilburn can give you some perspective, but just being able to see people from other cultures and people from other perspectives and how enriching it is for your own life is really, really a great asset. So, and immersing yourself in other people's cultural diversity will also bring perspective, and it broadens your mind. So like the way that you think begins to change, and your perspective becomes more open. And you can tell well-traveled people because they're often very, very not judgmental of people. Their perspective is more easygoing. They're a little bit more natural. So, that is something that also helps. So that's 4. And then the 5th thing is, of course, you get to see places you would have never imagined before. I mean, never imagined. Like, there are some beautiful, beautiful places in this world that you just can't even wrap your mind around. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Like, beautiful waters and beautiful mountains and beautiful trees and beautiful colors and just beauty everywhere, and everything, landscaping, and just uncovering like vast things in the world. When you travel, it's amazing. And I'm going to give you one more, because you know I love food. So when you get to travel, guess what? You get to experience new cuisines. I love food. So when I get to travel, I'm like, oh my goodness, let me try this. Let me try this. And last year when I went to Morocco, there was a dish and it was like tomato sauce at the bottom, and it had some seasonings and spices and stuff. And then they cracked eggs on top. And I remember my Yakutala and I were looking at that like, what is it? Because we're, vegetarians. So, of course, we knew we needed to get some protein in. So we were like, what's that? And I was hungry because it was Ramadan. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and break our fast and eat this. I don't know what it is. I've never even thought of tomato sauce and eggs, because that's what it looked like to me. That was oh my God, it was so good. And so never judge a book by its cover. There's some beautiful, beautiful cuisines in the world. Very simple, simplistic, but very enriching and can totally change your life. And just being able to eat fresh, from other countries. Like, you go to another country, you're not putting food in the refrigerator. Everything is fresh, made fresh that day. You walk outside, the chicken's right there. Somebody kills it for you, you take it home and clean it. And you know that the chicken has no antibiotics and all that stuff. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm encouraging everybody to. It's only April, so you still have plenty of months to think about, man, I want to travel. And the first area that I think that people should travel is like at least an hour outside of their own personal city. We live here in Atlanta. There are some beautiful places up in northern Georgia. We're 2 hours from Tennessee. We're 4 hours from Nashville. I mean, we're 4 hours from Hilton Head, 5 hours from North Carolina, 5 hours from Jacksonville, Florida. We're 8 hours from Miami. I mean, we have like everything in our vicinity here in Atlanta. Everything is like 10 hours or less. And of course, DC is even, 10 hours away. New York is a little bit 13, 14, but the entire East Coast, we can experience all of that. Virginia, 7 hours away. And just think about, hey, I want to travel, go see new things, meet new people, and change your perspective. It's going to be so wonderful. And when you see beautiful people, one thing that traveling does for your entire life is brings about happiness. And so whenever you've seen someone travel, when they come back from traveling, they look super happy. They're like, oh my God, I just went out of town. It was so nice. And so that happiness is infectious. So we want to make sure that people are traveling and that they are spreading happiness all over the globe and all over the city of Atlanta, because they are travelers. Okay, so let's go back over all of the tips that I said why people should travel. Number 1, it gets you out of your comfort zone. Number 2, it puts your life in perspective. Number 3, you get to meet friends from across the globe. Number 4, you get to discover the world's incredible cultural diversity. Number 5 or 6, 5, cuisines. We get to eat some great food. And of course, then guess what? Happiness. Everything ends in happiness. And remember, happiness is not something that you pay for, but it is something that you live inside of. And happiness is everywhere. And all you have to do is seek it, and it will seek you. So, okay, this is the end of Tea and Hikmah. My little mug here. So thank you so much, ladies, and if there are any gentlemen watching, for joining me tonight. Naimah's Tea and Hikmah. We went over this year's fashion show. and what's happening with the schedule, as well as why people should travel. So I'm so excited. We have about 5 to 7 people traveling with us this year going to Morocco. And this year we will be going to southern part of Morocco. So we'll be going to the Sahara Desert, Ouarzazate. We'll be traveling to the Mazouga, traveling to Marrakesh, going to Fez. Where else? We're of course going back to Rabat, going back to Casablanca. Beautiful, beautiful places, and meeting beautiful, beautiful people. We have drivers, beautiful places to stay. That really is priceless. So, in the experience that you get being in another country while you're fasting, being able to experience. You talking about being open, because during fasting you're just kind of open and your mind is. You just learn so much. So I'm so excited. So please, prayers go up for all of us that will be traveling to Morocco this May. And thank you again for joining. So hopefully we'll see you all soon. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with Good Life with Naimah. Be sure to find me on YouTube. I have to get 100 subscribers, and hopefully you'll tell people about Good Life with Naimah. Tell them to like my Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter. And then once I get 100 people, then I'll be able to label my YouTube channel. Dates for Morocco are May 29th through June 10th. So we'll be returning June 10th, a couple of days right before Eid. We'll be traveling back, but May 29th through June 10th. And this is a trip, God willing. We are continuing to do this trip every single year. So it is always at the end of May. And always coming back the first 2 weeks in the second week in June. So usually anywhere from a 10 to 14 day trip. We like to travel to Morocco. The last 2 times we have traveled to Spain, but this year we are only doing southern Morocco. So I'm so excited. I'm going to, for one, get buried in the Sahara Desert, which is a type of technique that kind of removes like all aches and pains from all of your muscles and your bones and stuff. It helps with rheumatoid arthritis. I don't have any of those ailments, by God's will, but I just want to make sure that my body is fit. And so I'm going to be, inshallah, 46 this year, and my theme this year is going to be fit at 46. So traveling to Morocco is going to get me right and tight right before that great birthday. So again, thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you all again soon. Peace, love, and hair grease.